waiting.
Hello and welcome to Fantasy Unfocused Football here. I seem to have lost. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep, hear you fine.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Can anybody hear me? If we
Yeah.
can't, somebody fill in.
It appears to be the unfocused, extra unfocused version of fantasy football as we are live.
Yeah,
we are living up to our
Bob's
name.
having troubles. I'll just go with it, guys. So, hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, we're gonna go ahead and do this whole redraft thing. Bob just cut out, so I can't see it with my own face. So that's awesome. I think we were also going to do rapid fire as well. If one of you guys has that, we'll have that brought up later.
Yep.
And I guess we'll just have to wait for Bob to come back to be able to do the redraft.
Merry New Year, boys.
We can talk about Happy New Year. Yeah, yay. We can talk about the season in review while we wait for Bob. So, Trent, congratulations on winning. I believe you faced my buddy from work. You had a convincing win. Didn't you win by a shit ton of points, if I remember correctly?
It was not very close. Yes.
Yeah.
It was more close, and then Bijan happened on Monday Night Football. So.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I forgot, dude. Having Bijan at the end there, geez, whiz.
Yeah, that was just the icing on the cake.
Not a bad guy.
If you had Bijan or Henry this week, you were probably going to win your championship.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I faced Henry in the other championship game, which sucked. So that kind of killed me.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yep, you ended up winning was that right? 150 to 99 in the championship.
Yeah.
Okay. I ended up beating Bob 121 to 118 for third place. And then, Greg, you beat John 125 to 73 for fifth. For seventh place, Jeff, you beat Relic 113 to 64.
Way to go, Jeff.
And then in the toilet bowl, Dave beat Colin for ninth place.
Those guys faced off a lot at the end of the season.
Yeah. While we wait for Bob, did you have something happen to your team to where you think it strategically helped you be better or helped you be worse in the season? Trent, you won, so obviously you can go first. Do you think something happened for you to just take that step forward to be able to just basically dominate and win the whole thing? Or
JSN. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba happened. I mean, that's basically what helped carry my team all season. I had Bijan. I think I drafted third in this one, and ended up picking up Bijan. And then I think I took AJ Brown before I took Jackson Smith and Jigba in this draft, if I remember back to then. But I mean, he was such an integral part for my team. I mean, he blew up. Obviously, I don't know anybody thought that he was going to do what he did.
I can give you the first round.
A good year. Like I picked him in a couple of my leagues, but I don't think anybody thought he was going to blow up to that extent.
Not like that.
Yeah, in the first round, it went my buddy from work, Tyreek Over the Hill, took Barkley. Then John took Chase. Trent, you were third. You took Bijan. Gibbs went to Dave. Went to Greg. Greg, yeah. Then Genty went to Relic. Oh, that's rough. Justin Jefferson went to Colin. Bob got McCaffrey. And then Dave got C. Lamb. You guys got almost the same exact fucking name, so it screws me up. Then Neighbors was drafted by you, Jeff, right?
Yeah.
That hurts. So, and then I had the last pick in the draft and got Puka Nacua. So,
and Dave ripped off my name, so that's on him.
Oh, it's reversed. It's flipped. So I mean, right off the bat, Jeff, probably that's the one that hurt you was losing Neighbors.
Well, yeah, I lost Neighbors, and then I lost Lamar Jackson for all those games, and then I also lost.
Yep.
And then you traded Lamar Jackson.
James Conner for the year too. So,
did you really lose Lamar Jackson though? I mean, the way it was going.
Well, yeah, I mean, either way you go about it, he either lost them or he didn't play, and
Now
either way,
Bob chimes in.
lost.
Yeah, Bob. Bob,
Oh,
off
here's
the
just
top rope,
fine now.
the mic is going really well now, like really well.
Yeah. I'll have to turn it down a little then.
Yeah, a little bit. But all right. Greg, what about you? Like, did you have something that happened that you thought helped your team, take that next step forward or back?
Well, having Jahmyr Gibbs definitely helped. He was, I would say he's my MVP. One thing that was really, I guess, surprising was getting George Pickens. I say surprised because like a lot of people doubted that there was doubt that he would be able to be solid or consistent because of his attitude, but but he produced well. In fact, with this website I was on, I looked up the averages of players' averages, PPR averages weekly. If you take out quarterbacks, GP was 13, had the highest average. 13, he was number 13 on the highest average. So
Wow.
that was definitely helpful. One thing that killed me was Brock Bowers getting hurt, and also how bad the Raiders ended up being. I mean, we knew they would struggle, but we didn't realize they were going to basically shit the bed the way they did. That hurt me a lot. So
yeah, for me, it was drafting Rashee Rice, waiting the 6 games, getting him, then he gets hurt, and then KC struggled. It seemed like as well, and then done. Like he didn't even play the last bit of the season here. That hurt, along with Garrett Wilson. Not having those two, and I thought I'd have them, really hurt. I survived it by grabbing what's his name off the Mike Evans. I couldn't believe he was on the waiver, but I also remember there were reports he was done for the season, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But grabbing him was kind of like what I tried to do to save my team a little bit in that department. Running back, I ended up being weak at it. I had to grab guys off the waiver wire to supplement that a little bit. But I did have a chain, which was also a big guy for me this year. But just couldn't survive it in the end. Just couldn't put up enough points. It looked like I was going to against Trent, and then it didn't happen. I was projected to beat Trent at one point by 40 points in the playoffs, and it actually ended up being the opposite. Trent beat me by 40 points, clobbered me.
Commissioner Powers.
Yeah.
Dude,
Chase,
I swear
Chase
to God,
Brown went off that game.
I swear to God, I'm getting ready to drive to my sister's house, an hour and like 120 minutes away, and I'm beating Trent, projected to win by 40. I drive the hour and 20 minutes to my sister's house, get out. Trent's like, fuck you, I'm killing you. I'm like, what?
You started a little premature shit talk, and then it backfired on you.
Yeah. When I saw 40-point projection, I was like, it's time to talk shit. So I
Yeah,
have a lesson there.
Yeah, so I mean, some of you guys drafted good to kind of offset those injuries. Like I said, I had those injuries, but here's where I'll kind of throw myself under the bus. Here's my 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th pick: Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram, Jerry Jeudy, and Jordan Mason. So
yikes!
So not only did we get hurt, but that was
Mason
pretty much the end of it, right there.
Yeah, I had running back depth issues too. I was really thinking Isaiah Pacheco, the Chiefs, would take the next step, but it got to where he barely even played toward the end of the season. So I was just screwed there. But
I just saw my mess up. Kamara, I took him in the beginning of the 4th round, and hardly could play him because he couldn't put up points. He was hurt too much.
Right. I mean, you always have the injury bug, but the ones that always win it, or it's that 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round where you get a couple steals. You
hit on them. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot I drafted Joe Burrow, and he missed the majority of the season.
Yeah.
So
dude, killer.
My first 2 draft picks got me in the playoffs with McCaffrey and Amon-Ra St. Brown, but then round 3 and 4, Omarion, who I still think is a good player, but he was hurt most of the year.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then Jaden Daniels, took him in the 4th round. Really paid for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Killer.
You had a good one though in the 8th. You picked Tyler Warren. That was nice little grab in the 8th round.
Actually, my 6, 7, 8, Tony Pollard was sneaky. He ended up over 1,000 yards again for the year. And then Ted McMillan also had a really good year. And then Warren, who I thought would be the best tight end until Daniel Jones got hurt, he kind of was.
That was kind of the weird thing when I was going through this, kind of going, okay, who would you pick? Who would you pick? Like a lot of the fantasy points are on the back end of the season where a lot of these players had big games at the end. So it almost like, okay, yeah, they had the most points, but would they have gotten you to the playoffs when during the middle of the year when they weren't really producing at that high rate?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I drafted DeAndre Swift in the 6th round. He turned out to be really, really consistent this year, too, because that Bears offense took a step forward. Health is pretty much what all this boils down to, though.
Good.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
All right.
I drafted Emeka Ibuka, and he was one of the league's best receivers. But then after he got that hip or the hamstring injury, he struggled the rest of the way. Yeah.
All right. So do we want to jump into the redraft and get it rolling?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let me share my screen. And Trent had the earliest pick in our original draft, so he will be on the clock first. Trent, who would your consensus number 1 pick be?
I think I got to go with Christian McCaffrey. He led everybody in points, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was a beast. I mean,
And it wasn't close.
He had a great year.
And he didn't even rush that great. Under 4 yards average. It's just
The
all the
receiving's
passes
ridiculous.
he caught, yeah. 890 receiving yards, 96 receptions.
In a full PPR league, he had 407 total points. The next closest had 363.
wow.
So, yeah.
Is anybody not picking Christian McCaffrey with the first pick?
No, I am.
I am. Yeah.
I am.
I definitely am. I picked him in the other draft. I mean, I think the biggest concern with him is always injury, but so we can pretty much say that our consensus number 1 ranked player for 2025 was Christian McCaffrey.
Absolutely.
I'd say so.
That's
All
why
right,
you
Trent.
don't want to touch him next year.
Exactly, right? All right, Trent. Number 2, who you got?
I think I'm taking another running back here. Bijan, man. Bijan was a freaking killer. He was a killer throughout the season, and he was a killer down the stretch in the playoffs for me. I mean, not only did he rack up a ton of points, but he stayed consistent throughout the year with those points.
I kind of agree. Greg, who you got?
I would take Puka Nacua. According to weekly averages, he had the second highest average with 23.9 points. Even with that, with the one game he missed, he was still effective. So,
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Puka had a tremendous year. So, and even that with Devontae Adams catching every touchdown under the sun, Puka was a real beast here.
Yeah.
Jeff, who you going with?
Yeah, no, I would stick with Bijan. Like, I just love the fact that, if you take out McCaffrey, he just had 76 receptions, over 1,400 yards, 11 total PDs. I think he's just, and the way his year went, it wasn't a lot of spikes. It was pretty consistent throughout each game. So I would absolutely take Bijan.
Sweet. David?
I went with Taylor.
Ooh, interesting.
He had 1,559 rushing yards, which is actually more than Robinson. Getting your bell cow running backs runs at a premium in fantasy football. So to have him and do what he did, at least just rushing in general for me, I went ahead and picked him.
Right. It was close. The only reason I went Bijan is just the more receptions and just the last 6-7 weeks of Taylor. I mean, he went big early, but towards the end of the year, he was pretty average.
I mean, that's the big difference. Robinson had 810 reception yards, which is just
Taylor though 18 touchdowns. So I mean, I don't think you go wrong with either one of them.
No.
Yeah, it's like 1A and 1B.
Right.
No, right. Literally, Bijan's actually, he's not. I'm sorry.
Taylor's your boy.
All right, so we're going to have to wait a little bit for consensus player number 2 since there's some ties here. All right, Trent, back to you, buddy. Or let's do it we'll do it as a wraparound, go up and down, up and down. David, who's your number 3?
I went with Gibbs because same thing. He had 13 rushing touchdowns, so a lot of rushing touchdowns, just like Taylor did. Plus, he's got 583 reception yards as well, which is an obvious thing with him. So, just another running back where you get that dual threat. That's why I went with him.
Definitely a good choice there. Jeff, who are you picking?
JSN. I think at this point, if you're in the draft and you're looking at just the way it played out for the year, you either got to get Puka or you got to get JSN, and then there's a little bit of a drop off when it comes to total points. So I think that's the safe pick right there.
It's interesting. That's a tempting pick, but I'm going to come back with Gibbs over Taylor. I think he's the most dangerous, and if I'm drafting at the beginning of the year, I don't quite know how it would shake out, but now I have the hindsight. I still think I picked Gibbs because he's a more explosive player, even though Taylor might end up beating him.
Imagine what Gibbs does if there's no Monty.
Yeah. That's true.
It'd be ridiculous.
He'd probably be hurt.
Or that.
It would almost be like what Jeremiah Love is going to look like in Pittsburgh next year.
Oh, good God. Don't even start, Bob.
It's almost like the journalist.
Oh, Jesus.
Got to throw it in there. All right. So, Greg, who you got?
I took Bijan just only because he had a much stronger last few weeks of the season than Gibbs. Gibbs didn't get double-digit points in the last 2 weeks of the season. Last 2 weeks, whereas Bijan went off. So
almost every week, except for 1 week when somebody on this panel said bench Bijan Robinson, and he didn't do well that week.
Well, I mean, other than McCaffrey, there wasn't a player that was dominant every single week. I mean, everybody had off weeks, but
no, overall, he played really, really well. I just didn't like the matchup that week.
Yeah,
all right, Greg, who you got? Or I'm sorry, Trent, who you got?
This is where I would have taken Puka Nacua right here. Puka was probably the most consistent receiver all year. Sometimes you get some guys that go up and down, but he pretty much stays consistent all season. So I think if you take him right here, you're not going to be mad.
He had a streak of like 7 or 8 games with 8 catches in a row, or didn't he? If I remember.
Yeah, especially if you're in a PPR league, man. I mean, he's a money guy.
All right, so who you doing to lead off the fourth?
So I think for me, I probably would have went Jahmyr Gibbs right here.
All right.
Jahmyr Gibbs is just a ridiculous player who can light it up at any time. Gotta love that kid.
Totally
Hate playing
agree.
against him, but love him fantasy-wise.
All right, Greg, who you taking?
this is the spot where the fourth pick in the draft was where I got Gibbs, so I'm gonna put Gibbs on here too. So he was, like I said, he was my most explosive player based on my MVP. So
all right, so I am going to take Bijan Robinson in the fourth here. I don't love the quarterback there, don't love the offense, but bottom line is he is the offense. So I mean, had a great year. I still game. I feel like Gibbs is a little more consistent than Robinson, but the highs of Robinson are really high. So that makes Bijan our consensus number 2 player.
can you imagine if Robinson didn't have to share red zone touches with Tyler Algier?
Oh,
God.
Why does he share touches with Tyler Algier? That's the thing I'm concerned about. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
He's got power.
Kyle Pitts fans would probably love it because if he didn't have Tyler Algier, they'd probably figure out a way to hand it off to Pitts in the red zone, a la Jonnu Smith for the Steelers.
Arthur Smith's not coaching down there, Bob. Okay, tight ends aren't getting carries in Atlanta anymore.
Somebody should tell them that. All right, Jeff, who you taking?
Yeah, this is where I put Taylor in.
All right.
I think just the touchdowns. That's why over Gibbs. Gibbs had 13, but he had 18. The rest of the stats are pretty close. So, but the overall yardage for what he ran, 1,500 plus yards. I think that's a good number 4.
I agree. All right. And David, you get to go back to back here.
Yeah, it's right now for me. It's Bijan Robinson. This is where I put him in. Again, didn't have the touchdowns like Taylor, McCaffrey. However, the receiving yards in the 800s, just like McCaffrey. McCaffrey at 890, him at 810. The only reason why I put him behind McCaffrey, Taylor, and Gibbs is because of the fact Algier does take away a lot of his red zone snaps. So, but yeah, no, just you can't ignore what he does in reception yards and PPR. It's extremely important. So, yeah. And then next, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Puka. Yeah, I'm going to go with Puka Nacua. My gosh, 1,639 reception yards, 119 receptions in a PPR league is fucking amazing. So 9 touchdowns total. Yeah, so Puka Nacua for me would be my next one.
All right, so that puts Puka in a number 3 in the consensus. Although, has Gibbs been named on by all of us? Let's see.
I have not named Gibbs yet.
You have not named Gibbs yet. So, yes, it's
Hater.
Puka is definitely in there. I'm surprised no votes for Drake May yet. But, hey, John's not here.
Stephon Diggs, most arrest warrants.
Exactly. How the fuck is Stephon Diggs playing this week and DK Metcalf can't get on the fucking field? That's all I got to say.
Because when you burn somebody's meal, you deserve a little strangulation. I mean, come on, man. You can't fuck up somebody's dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
The NFL understands. They're all about health.
I have a theory. I don't know if I should share it on a stream about what Metcalf should have done. Yeah.
What's the bigger number? The number of charges he has against him, or the number of kids he's supposed to have this year?
That's a great question.
4 or 5 women that got pregnant.
Yo, Kraft was loving it.
All around the same time.
Kraft was loving it. He had his Kelsey Taylor Swift thing going on. He had Diggs's Cardi B up in his suite all the time. They're about to do all their podcasting, and now it's just all done. I'm next. I'm going Puka for all the reasons David said.
Puka.
All
right. So, I think I'm going JSN here because he has been amazing. I mean, the consistency, and I don't, for the most part of the year, I don't think Sam Darnold has played great. I mean, he's had great stretches, but overall, even in the games where he hasn't been good, he still managed to catch 5-6 balls for 100 yards. So, give me JSN.
Yeah, we had talked about this a couple podcasts ago, where if you look at JSN's numbers and you look at Stafford's numbers, or not Stafford's, the quarterback you just named, it's half of his stats. I mean, that's really Sam Darnold's whole season was JSN's numbers.
Yeah, really is. Okay. All right. So, Greg, who you going with here?
Jonathan Taylor.
All right.
I don't know if there's anything I can say about him that hasn't already been said. So.
He has not choked any of his girlfriends.
Well, that's a plus.
That's positive.
Yeah, it puts him ahead of the game already.
Head of the
All right, Trent, back to back.
I think right here I would have gone Jonathan Taylor as well.
Yeah, I think we're creeping in on player number 4 here.
And then this is where I would go on JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Are you aware of what team he plays for?
Yeah.
Or what team he played for in college? I'm surprised he fell this low in your rankings.
Listen, I don't have a bias with my fantasy teams. I didn't pick all Buckeyes, man. I know where to pick them. Got to steal with JSN in the draft.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right. So, Greg, who are you taking?
Well, put JSN's name in the far right because I got him there at number 6.
Has he been named by everybody? No.
That's my guy.
Oh,
That's
no.
my guy too. That's who I was just going to name this round.
Okay, like I said, put him there.
Well, I was going to name Jonathan Taylor. So Jonathan Taylor goes 4, JSN goes 5.
Well, I just said put him there. I didn't say where.
That's
the main point there, Bob.
That is an excellent point.
God.
You got it. All right. So I go Jonathan Taylor. And who does Jeff go here?
We're going Gibbs.
All right. So that means Gibbs goes over there too. Actually, he goes above JSN then. All right. So we have got our, now it's going to get a little more interesting, I think.
Excuse me.
All right. So we got Gibbs, JSN. All right. So now, David, who you coming back with?
It's going to be a chain. Had 1,350 rushing yards and 488 receiving yards, had 8 rushing TDs, had 4 reception TDs. I had games where that man would put up 40 points and save my ass and win it for me. So I got to go with the chain.
my man said, I missed you while I was sick, buddy. No, I will never be piercing my nipples. But tune in tomorrow because I have a lot to say.
Oh.
Bob, those comments made a couple appearances on Here We Go podcast, just in case you were wondering.
Yes.
All right, then.
You were not forgotten on Tuesday.
I appreciate it. Okay, Jeff, who you got?
So this is where it kind of goes off the rails for me, but I just can't not do it. I'm going Trey McBride. He crushed all the other tight ends in stats. So if you had him on your team each week, you're automatically a huge advantage in that position. I mean, the one I have up, I know the points so kind of different in different leagues. He had 308 total fantasy points, and next was 201. So that type of gap, it just got to put him there.
I get where you're going there. I don't have it right in front of me. Does anybody know? Did he end up top 15 for receivers?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did.
Like if you factor in receivers and tight ends.
1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 6th in receiving yards. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff, you're absolutely right. I mean, tight ends sometimes a throwaway position in drafts, but I mean, you're getting a wide receiver 1 with
in this league. He was top 10 overall out of wide receiver tight ends and running backs. The league I have up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. What?
Yeah, he's
and again, just when you have that big a gap to the second next player, I mean, it's like each week you're going in 7-8 points higher than whoever you're playing. So I think it's just too big a gap not to ignore.
Top 10, an average of PPR points per week. You know, take away quarterbacks, obviously, but yeah.
He is tied with Puka Nacua for receptions with 119. Number 1.
That's crazy.
McBride had the kind of year that Brock Bowers was supposed to have for me.
Yeah.
And if he didn't have a West Virginia quarterback throwing him the ball, he probably would have.
That's it.
Bob is just taking shots at everybody today.
Let's take it easy, Bob. There ain't no need to come after country roads. Let's just take it easy. Okay?
You know, this is a convincing argument for McBride here, but I'm with David. I'm going Devin A-Chain. I had him in another league, and he was pretty much the sole bright spot on that team. What a draft that fucking was. But yeah, that's I'm with it. Devin A-Chain has been a beast, but man, could hardly do worse. I think McBride's name will appear again soon.
Correct.
It will.
It is going to appear.
Yes. Who you got, Greg?
I have A-Chain as well. I think the surprising thing is I think health was a factor with him. With him being what was he, like 5'8" or 5'9", a smaller back, but just what impressed me the most, along with his play, was his durability. He was able to last the whole season.
Yeah.
With the workload that he got, especially as Miami's season
Plummeted.
gradually turned to shit, especially after Tyreek Hill got hurt.
Yeah.
Totally agree. All right. Who you got on the wraparound here, Trent?
This seems like a consensus all the way around. A-Chain is a great choice right here. So, I mean, that Miami offense was kind of a cluster, and he did not get any help by his quarterback. But he still found ways to be productive throughout the season. So he's a great player. Remember when he was on the trade block allegedly from like when Miami was like tanking?
Yeah.
Like that was the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Anyway, besides the point, that's not fantasy relevant. And then the wraparound, Trey McBride. I think it's hard to get away from what Trey McBride was able to do.
Yeah,
it's crazy to put a tight end at this position, but I mean, like if there's one guy that deserved it,
this is my pick too. Not to skip everybody, but if it's easier, you can copy and paste it in mine as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's mine too. I mean, Jeff has a good point here, but when you actually look at it, I mean, if you're getting legit wide receiver one stats from a tight end, I mean, back in the day, Kelsey used to be a pretty consensus top 10 player.
Yeah. I wish John was here because he was kind of hating in the text thread about it. If anybody remembers when I put it in there, when you
he's enjoying his championship in the 14-man money league that I do.
So. Nice.
Good shang.
Hey,
Bob.
Yes.
Go ahead. I know you scrolled down and put McBride for everybody, but take him out for me in that spot and put Jamar Chase. I'm going to bring up Jamar Chase's name.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you there.
No,
Greg.
it's okay. I know it's easier just to drag it down, but
yeah, it was.
Yeah, he would. I mean,
okay, you got McBride.
He was. I mean, I'll have McBride's coming for me later, but now just you consider the year Chase had without Burrow. I mean, when Flacco took over, we remember how he did against that first game against the Steelers when he had 40 targets,
73 catches for 1,800 yards.
He had a career year for a lot of receivers in that one game.
Yeah, and it was he did, but I mean, if you factor in if Burrow was healthy, he'd be higher up in this draft at the very least. So.
Kind of a guy who was consensus top 3, one of the few who is staying in the top 10. I will say that.
He may have had more catches and yards in that one game than Pittsburgh's entire receiving corps is about to have on Sunday. Just so that out there.
I will not dispute that.
Yes. But will he have more than the last 2 games combined is the question.
Probably. Not as many targets as MVS, maybe. We'll get him another 15 times for 3 catches.
All right, Jeff, who you picking?
A-Chain at this point, yeah.
All right. A-Chain is the consensus number 7. I have a feeling who might be number 8 here. All right, David, you're up for the wraparound.
All right. I am going to go with. Well, this is where I told you it'd be Trey McBride's for me too this round.
Okay. So then Trey McBride is in for number 8.
Yeah. For me it's no doubt. To start doing the next round, I think I am going to go with Amon St. Brown. 303 total fantasy points so far. Let's see, what did he have in yards? He had, I can't find it. That's weird. 1,262 yards, 106 receptions, which puts him in the top 10. There'd be times where my man would go off. So another one that probably saved somebody in a couple matches.
Oh, wow. So that's interesting. You went him over Chase, but you know what? Fuck the Bengals.
Yes.
All right, Jeff, who you got?
I went James Cook, 12
Ooh.
touchdowns, 1,600 yards rushing, averaged over 20 points a game fantasy wise. So yeah, James Cook.
Another guy who had a career year in a game against the Steelers.
Mhm.
I'm going to go Chase here, just because from the Triple Crown, he's still going to finish, I think, as the top 5, top 6 wide receiver. So the way fantasy's drifting here, yeah, give me Chase. Okay, Greg, who you got?
Trey McBride. And the thing is, I know there was debates about when to pick tight ends and all that compared to receivers. I mean, along with Trey having the great year that he is, if you're drafting, at the end of the round and you're, going to get an early pick in the next round, that's the best time to get Trey McBride when early in the next round, when you snake around, you're going to get another good player. So, that's what I would do in that case.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Trent, you got your last 2 picks here.
I got Jamar Chase.
Okay.
It's pretty obvious reasons. And then the wraparound of that, I'm taking James Cook.
Is it solely because of how they played against the Steelers?
I think that game's the only reason he had as many points as he did in fantasy. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got James Cook too. So,
yeah, that's a tough one not to go with. No, I think I got to go Cook here.
Thank God running backs don't get a point per carry, because goddamn, you'd have had a fucking 100 points against the Steelers.
yeah,
This is funny how many of us are taking Cook.
I do play in a league where running backs get 0.3 points per carry.
No,
Oh,
he
wow.
probably had 80 points in that game.
Yeah.
God, how many Henry have in that league last week?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah,
I wasn't in the championship, so I didn't care.
He had 36 carries, I think. So that would be
That's
12 points.
12 points without even getting a yard yet,
yeah.
Jesus.
or 4 touchdowns.
All right. So, Jeff, who we got?
Yeah, my last guy would be Chase. Kind of stinks when you pick him after everybody else, because I have no comments on it because you guys said everything about him already.
No problem.
All right. So the question is, who's David going to take?
It's James Cook as well. And I'll get to not taking Chase here in a second. But Cook, 1,606 rushing yards, 307 attempts, 40 targets, had 33 yards, 33 receptions for 291 yards. He had games where he'd went off. So I liked him more. He ended up putting up more fantasy points than Chase. So reason why I don't have Chase in my top 10 is a lot of people were taking him number 1 overall. I don't know if we took him number 1 overall in our draft, but I know in other drafts I was in, he was the number 1 player overall taken. I'm not picking on him because he's a Bengal, but you take a guy number 1 overall in the draft, and in the first game of the year, he only puts up 4 points. 2 games later, 9, then 7. And then you have 6. Then he gets suspended. To me, that he didn't really get your value there in your number 1 overall pick. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he went number 2 in our draft.
Okay. I mean, to me, I'm just saying, like, I didn't get the value out of that pick. Don't get me wrong. There's games like facing the Steelers where he went off, but then he faced them again and only put up 6. So to me,
yeah, as a consensus number 1, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games under 10 points,
right?
That's I would agree.
So you're the number 1 overall pick, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other players put up more points than you in fantasy, to include a tight end, and it wasn't even So. Yeah,
And tied with George Pickens.
Yeah. So It has nothing to do with him being a Bengal. It really doesn't. It's just that I think of spending that kind of draft capital on a player, and you have that happen. Yeah,
That's crazy. I'm just looking at that Pickens right now. So Pickens had 25 less catches and had over 100 more yards on the season than Chase.
Yeah. So that's why my 10th is going to be Cook. Like I told you guys in fantasy, getting that bell cow running back that just is so productive. It's so important. Like I'm not. It took me a while. Like I used to be that old school guy that would go running back in the draft until it became more of a passing league. But you got to have one fucking stud running back.
One stud, yeah.
And I think that those mentioned in the top 10 we just mentioned fit that bill.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you could maybe, I get where you're going with St. Brown because he had a few more points.
Yeah.
I think I'd still, if I was going to start the season over, if I knew Burrow was going to be healthy, I think I'd be okay with still getting Chase at the end of the round.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is purely going off of what we know. Like
Right.
we know what happened. It's a lot easier. Now, if this is, I have no idea. Of course, I'm taking him. Like but just going off of what happened in a redraft, that's how I would feel.
That's kind of the scary part with his stats, though. You're contemplating, is he a top 10 or not? Still had an awesome year. And how many games was Burrows out?
No,
5?
more, I think, wasn't it?
More.
Yeah.
So could
At
you
least
imagine what his
Oh,
stats would have been if they would have been like that last year?
He was out like 9 games, I think.
Was it that
At
many?
least, if not more.
Yeah, he missed half the season.
It is so important, man, when it comes to wide receivers, looking at who their quarterbacks are.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, look at Justin Jefferson, a consensus number 1 type of player.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
he was stuck with.
Chris Olave had 1,163 yards this year. Can you imagine if he had better quarterbacks than Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shook?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Shook's not been bad. He's better than Rattler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
What if he
Yeah, I
had
was gonna
Shuck
say-
all season? What if he had Shuck all season? Then he might have even done better. I'm not like this big Shuck guy, but the kid's actually been productive.
He had a good
lot
back
more
half
than
of the year.
Rattler. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's my thing with Chase. That's all. I don't want people to be like, "You crazy? You wouldn't take Chase?" No, it's just
Those
It makes
are
perfect sense.
valid points. No, those are valid points.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about next year when we walk into the drafts. I mean, you just made a point about Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Does he even go first round next year? Where you would, I mean, that's and what if you're that guy, right? Who's on the 12th pick? You get Jefferson coming back, right? And all of a sudden, that's what makes fantasy years is the
Is Lamar Jackson playing in Minnesota next year? And if he is, I think then what do you do with Justin Jefferson?
as long as it's not a running back, because I think Lamar hurts Henry. Hurt Henry a lot this year when he was playing.
so does his coach.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Well, I can say it seems like when Lamar was there, it had to go with like it. Why wouldn't you do what you did last week every week
Correct.
and let Lamar do his thing 20 times a game instead of 40 times and not get hurt all the time?
Yeah.
Because you're John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready? Are we ready for some rapid fire? We don't have John to ask questions tonight, so
Let's do it.
all right.
Down.
Let's play our intro.
Destruction that's second to none.
That intro was courtesy of Greg. He found the song and he made it happen.
The Judas Priest song, aptly named Rapid Fire, off the British Steel album.
Absolutely.
Bang.
All right.
Exactly.
So first question here. Panthers at Bucks for the NFC South, the division nobody but the Saints wants to win. And unfortunately, they're not in it. More rushing yards, Rico Dowdell or Bucky Irving? I'm going to start it with Dave.
I'll go Irving.
Trent?
Is this in Carolina?
This is in Carolina.
That's it.
No,
It's in Tampa Bay.
It's
In Tampa? I'll take Bucky also.
All right. Jeff?
Yeah, I'm going Bucky.
Greg?
I'll take Dowdle.
I think they'll split carries and Tampa won't. I'm going Irving.
That was my thing. I think Tampa will split it because they've got Rashad White and also Sean Tucker.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. This is a really, really interesting one. Seahawks at 49ers. More total yards. McCaffrey or KW3 and Zach Charbonnet combined.
More total yards?
More total yards. So, Greg, you spoke first. You get to go first.
CMC.
All right. Trent?
Because they're playing for something.
I think I'm taking CMC too because I think the 49ers are going to hold down the Seahawks in this game.
That's interesting. I'm going to take the Seahawks combo, but I do think I don't think they'll win the game, but I think the Seahawks combo will. I think if you're Seattle, how can you not be geared to stop McCaffrey? Jeff, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going same as you, Quinn. I'm going Seahawks.
And David?
You talked me into it, Bob. Yeah. I'll take Kenneth Walker III and Charbonnet.
Especially since it's total yards. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
two of them together. Browns and Bengals. Does Myles Garrett get the sack record? Trent?
Against the Bengals? Have you seen the Bengals? Of course he gets the sack record.
Trent
He might
is
get
saying
4
yes.
in this game.
This is why the Steelers didn't really need to worry about avoiding it. It's happening.
It's
Like-
going to happen regardless.
Anyways, sorry. I don't know whose turn it is.
It's now yours.
Yes, he's going to get this sack record. Yes.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll get it. I know you had mentioned something, Quinn, too. You made a comment about Burrows letting him get it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I either way, I think he gets it.
Greg, what do you think?
He gets it. He might also break. Well, you know how we say TJ should have had 23 and a half.
Yeah.
That 1 year he might even surpass that too. So
Yeah. There's other
mean, did
teams
you-
who hate the Steelers. They'll do whatever to help each other to fucking break whatever. Like it's pathetic. But yeah,
Did anybody hear any of the NFL film stuff of him in the game against the Steelers? Everything he talked about was about
I saw
sack
some.
record.
Yeah.
Everything.
yeah.
I mean,
He was
he's
like,
gunning
they
for
chip
it.
me every single time. Every single
Yeah.
time I'm getting chipped. He was talking shit to fucking Pat Fryermuth.
Yep. Maybe
They should have flipped it on the sideline over to TJ. Go and say, tell him to shut the fuck up. TJ, I think, had read a stat. He was on pace for the most chips in the history of the league since they've been counting it. I mean, which doesn't mean a fucking thing to me. I mean, it's about production. I'm going to say no, he doesn't get it because Burrow falls and breaks his leg on the way to the stadium, and Joe Flacco doesn't want to get hit. But I do think if Burrow plays, he's going to lay down like a little bitch like he is and give him the record.
Well called.
I don't. I have trouble expressing myself sometimes.
It's the Theraflu talking, right, Bob?
Legend.
Allegedly.
Right. Cowboys and Giants. I guess we needed an easy question here. More receiving cards, CD Lamb or Wandale Robinson?
I'm going to go Wandale. I think CD's probably had enough this year. I don't think he's going to really. Where the Giants are younger, I think Wandale will be more into that game than CeeDee Lamb's going to be into that game.
He's kind of hurt, didn't he? Didn't he have like a concussion or something?
A couple weeks ago, I don't know about last week, but I think he's okay.
Let me look see if he's playing. If not, that'll be an easy question for all of us.
Oh, I think he's playing. I just thought he had some kind of I could have sworn he had an injury.
Yes, he is expected to play. So this is an interesting question then. Okay, so Jeff says Wandell. David?
Wando.
I'm going CD because I think this is the perfect spot for the Cowboys to throw up a bunch of stats, a game that means absolutely fucking nothing, so Dak Prescott will play awesome. Greg?
I'll go Wandale as well.
All right. And Trent, who you got?
I'm not going to leave you on an island over there, Bob. I'll take CD with you.
Nice. It'd be interesting to see who John actually picks on all these.
Although Pickens might get more than all of them.
That's true. All right. Let's go. Greg, you lead this off. More passing yards, Denver and San Diego or Los Angeles or whatever the fuck they
Yeah, Herbert and Knicks.
Herbert
What?
or Knicks?
Well, Herbert's not playing, so I'm gonna say Knicks.
Well, that's right. We're all about that.
That's just the kind of question that could trip you up.
How about we go to San Diego quarterback or Knicks?
Yeah, Trey Lance or Knicks. I'll go Knicks.
Yeah.
Just
gone a
into
limb.
by a squeaker.
Put me down for Knicks. I'm gonna got a limb here.
Yeah, if he gets 30 yards, he's probably going to do anything more than the Chargers do. So you got to take Bo Nix.
John automatically has to pick Herbert for putting that question in.
Yes.
He definitely does.
Yes.
Yep, I'm putting him in for Herbert. All right, do we want to modify it to Trey Lance?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yeah. To be
Okay.
Sure,
fair,
it's yeah.
I'm taking
Well,
Trey Lance.
Do it, Bob.
Look at
Just do
you.
it.
Look at you.
Yes.
You can
So
just blame the
anybody-
flu.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. You have an excuse.
And just like that, we've confirmed Bob is on more than Theraflu right now.
Exactly. Is there anybody not taking Knicks
No.
besides me? And John, who has Justin Herbert. Good luck with that, John.
Yeah. Good luck with John.
He does.
Yeah.
Take the L, John. Take the L.
That's
What if he
awesome.
actually-
That's
what if he
awesome.
actually plays?
Yeah, I was gonna say, watch Lance get hurt, so Herbert has to come in or something.
Yeah, there's
don't play
that.
they don't play
Yeah,
the
there. I guess
Chargers
that
people.
is possible.
This is an unusual one. We don't normally do this kind of question, but John must have known he wasn't going to be here, so he threw it in. More rushing yards, the Chicago Bears or the Detroit Lions?
Ooh.
Ooh, dang.
I'll start with this. I am going to go Lions because I think they'll just want to play to screw it up for them.
That's in Chicago, right?
Yes, it is in Chicago in the weather.
I think it's the Bears.
So it's Swift and Monange versus Gibbs and Monty, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I'm
Rick's
going with the Bears.
eliminated. Chicago's got more on the line. I'm going Chicago.
All right, Jeff
Yeah,
is
I'm
going
also-
Chicago.
I'm going Chicago.
I mean, do you argue who's got the better offensive line?
Mm,
That's not as clear cut as you might think. I mean,
Right. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Lions have been a mess.
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm at.
I think they'll just try to stick it up.
They could try.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. All right. The traditional over-under question, though John did raise it to 36.5 points. I mistyped yards on the sheet, which might actually be the better question. Chiefs at Raiders, over-under 36.5 points.
Oof.
Trent, you lead us off.
Under
Yeah.
36 and a half for those two
Yes.
shit shows.
Yeah. I'm gonna go under here too, Bob, just to make it easier.
All right.
Have they scored 36 combined in the last two games?
No. I don't think they have.
I usually go over here, but no, even I'm gonna go under.
Yep. Bear in mind that the Raiders got to 21 against the Texans.
Jeff, you going Lone Ranger here?
I'm going over.
Do it.
Like it.
I can feel it.
Going over. Going to be 4 pick sixes in that game.
4 pick sixes.
Yeah,
All right.
there very well could be. Although
yeah.
Chris Oladukin, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Tomlin
The Steel-
requires of our defenses so that we win ball games.
Yeah, the
It is.
Anyways.
Steelers are going to regret cutting Chris Oladukin. And
Mm.
holding
Last,
on to Mason.
who is the GM that picked him?
Huh? Chris Oladukin?
Ooh,
Yeah,
the one, the only.
yeah, Kevin Colbert. That was his last pick.
I call it the Colbert curse, but that's just me.
We are definitely going to have to bring up the tweet going around that I replied to today, or the X, whatever the fuck you call it, that talked about Steelers draft class. Yeah,
Yes.
Twitter.
Well, I invented the Colbert curse earlier yesterday. That's my new counter to Dave when he argues about stupid shit with Con.
Yeah, they had us grade the class, and yeah, I mean, surprisingly, multiple A's out of that for me. All right, let's move on to Dolphins and Patriots. Patriots playing for the number 1 seed, have to win. Do the Dolphins kick more field goals or score more touchdowns in the game? It's in New England. Jeff, you the President Patriots fan?
Yeah, I'm going more field goals. Patriots, they've been like this every time they've been good. They're a bend but don't break type of offense or defense. So I could see some field goals going up. But
Wait. Are the Patriots playing for anything, or are they benching their starters?
Now they're playing for the number 1 seed. If Denver loses and they win,
That's
they
what-
Oh,
yeah, that's why I'm not very happy with.
yeah.
The Chargers sitting everybody. So probably not, but yeah, they're still going to play at a high level, and the defense has been pretty good about giving up points. And Miami is Miami, so I'm going to go field goals. Although they have been playing better.
I will say that if the New England weather somehow warms up to 41 degrees, the Dolphins will pull off the miracle and score a touchdown and a field goal. And since 7's more than 3, I'm going to count it as a win. So I'm going to say touchdown.
I was gonna say, are you gonna attach that in the thing? Like,
They're going to lose
that
78-10, but I think
78-10.
the Patriots like to run that shit up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the Patriots.
Oh yeah.
All right, Greg, who you got? Is it touchdowns or field goals?
Field goals.
All right. David,
Same. Field goals.
Trent, you coming out on the island?
I'm not. I don't think the Dolphins score a touchdown in this game, so they might get a field goal. I'll
Yeah, there you
with
go.
the field goal
Yeah.
as a might.
With
They
a
may not
team that
score.
has absolutely nothing to play for except for hoping the Texans lose. Do the Bills cover 16.5 against the Jets? David.
Yes.
All right, David is saying Bills plus 16.5.
I might have a different opinion tomorrow, but yes.
All right then. I'm taking the Jets in 16.5 because the Bills have been terrible in covering double-digit spreads this year. Greg, who you got?
I'll take the Bills to cover.
Jeff?
Yeah, I think even though there's nothing on the line for the Bills, they kind of need to have a big win just to get their minds right after last week. So I would say they're going to be getting after it. So I would pick the Bills.
Trent, you taking the points or are you taking the Bills?
Taking the Bills. The Jets still have not had an interception on the season,
Jesus.
and they haven't stopped anyone on the season either. So even though the Bills struggle to cover these big spreads, the Jets have had no problem allowing people to cover these big spreads. So somebody's got to give here.
On the chance that Mitch Trubisky gets into the game, I'm taking the Jets to backdoor cover.
Well, hopefully Josh Allen and his 1 foot could have build a 21-point lead
Yeah.
before he gets out.
All right, I'm hoping I will be a full day healthier tomorrow, so I'll save my full rant for this game for tomorrow. But John always throws the Steelers in, so Ravens and Steelers. Greg, who you got?
Oh shit.
Straight up, no money line.
Fuck. I didn't know you were going to do this. Shit.
John did it to us.
John did it. John is.
I should have. I should have looked at the list when he put it in the chat.
Oh hell! I'll say Steelers. What the hell?
Steelers could be as much as a double-digit underdog by the time the game starts. They won't be, but I mean, it's 3.5 right now. But
yeah,
the national media set the line. It'd probably be Pittsburgh and the NFL. Pittsburgh or Ravens and the NFL plus 50.
I'm going Steelers. They win the games you think they should lose, and they lose the games you think they should win. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yes. All I'm going to say is this will be another Tomlin game, which means the Steelers will win.
Just enough to come back next year.
David?
The game they will release Roman Wilson, meaning they will let him play.
He'll get more than 9 snaps this one.
John Harbaugh had an epiphany the other day, and it was, Henry, when you get him going, does really well. Weird. He is going to run that dude down our throats. And I don't know if we're going to be able to stop it. And if Lamar Jackson can run just a little bit, it's gonna hurt. So I think that I think the Ravens are gonna win. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
You know, I heard before Trent makes his pick, I heard Kyle Brandt this maybe it was yesterday morning saying the Ravens might be better off if Huntley plays.
I saw that. Yeah, I've been seeing that. There's been a bunch of
It's
debates.
not a bad argument. It really isn't.
No, it's not.
Traditionally, Lamar does not do good against the Steelers.
Except that last 2 times.
The playoff game? This last time we played them.
This last time he didn't do much.
No,
He didn't do that
yeah.
really.
I'm talking about the last 2 games of last year.
Yeah, the
Okay.
playoff and then
Yeah.
the final
Yeah.
game between them in
Yep.
the regular season.
Oh, at Ravens and then the playoff game. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I've not done any of the film work yet. I was actually going to do that tonight until I got drug on here. But as of right now, I'm going to go with the Ravens because, as Jeff said, we win the games we lose the games we should win. But I don't think this is a game we should win. I think Derrick Henry is going to probably go off, and he's going to break the Derek Carman record stat line where he doesn't give up any rushing yards when he plays. Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna have to listen to you guys tomorrow because I'm getting this vibe, this underlying vibe that you like. I think you guys want the Steelers to lose. I think you're done with Tomlin. You know,
Jeff, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never. I would never want.
That's slander.
I would never
One of
want
us.
something to happen where we make a change in some very important positions in the organization of the Steelers.
I
know
can
what you're
tell
talking
you at least one of us will be arguing as passionately as his cold medicine allows. That is not the case.
Let's be honest. The first game when we beat the Baltimore Ravens, who was the killer? DK Metcalf. Who's not playing? DK Metcalf.
But don't worry, Calvin Austin said he's looking forward to his first game as the wide receiver 1 for us.
Yeah, until Marlon Humphrey clamps him and he can't get off the line of the fucking scrimmage.
He's usually wide receiver 3A, but hey, he's going to be wide receiver 1 this game. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful.
Hey,
just line up your 12 tight ends and just let them go.
Well, we lost one of them.
Well, I look forward to Janu Smith getting about 6 carries. It's going to be awesome.
One of them who counts for 4. So
yeah.
No, Calvin Austin is putting this is his resume tape for when he gets tries to get a new contract with another team next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he will not be the 4th wide receiver the Steelers give a second contract to this century.
No. Not looking good.
Yeah, that's. Well, we gotta hope. We gotta hope.
Who drafted Calvin Austin?
Kevin Colbert.
Hashtag Cobra Curse.
Another guy who will not be getting a second contract drafted by Kevin Colbert.
Yep.
Nope.
Which, if you have a chance, and we won't bring it up tomorrow, we'll probably wait till next week. Just if you get a chance, go look at Omar Khan's first draft class. That is more second contracts in one draft than Kevin Colbert had his last 15 years in Pittsburgh. Maybe 10. I mean,
I was gonna say, you probably exaggerated a little bit, but
That's why he went down from 15 to 10.
yes, still drove it home. Good job.
Since the TJ Watt draft, although Dave will be on convincing us that Bud Dupree was actually
good.
He counts as good.
Yes.
All right. That being said, thanks everybody for watching the redraft. We're going to try to keep rapid fire going throughout the playoffs. The podcast will be a little shorter. Excuse me. But if you do have, DFS questions, things like that, bring them to this, and then we'll probably take a little time off, and then we are going to do a baseball fantasy podcast as well. So really looking forward to that. That said, anything anybody has before we get out of here?
No, sir.
Nope. Congratulations, Trent, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Yes,
all right.
Congrats, Trent.
Congratulations,
Merry New Year.
Trent.
Fuck off, Trent.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the money shot, baby.